Hey, Justin here from Mystery Tackle Box. Today we're going to be looking at 3 ways to rig creature baits. Creature baits are very popular in the springtime. They often represent little bluegill and crawfish, and largemouth bass especially will hit these things in shallow cover, especially around the spawn time. So 3 main ways you can rig these are a Carolina rig, a Texas rig, and a Shaky Head. I'm going to show you how to do all 3. The first method is a Carolina rig or a Mojo rig, which is essentially a weight that goes in front of your creature bait, and you're going to drag this along points, any deeper spawning areas you just want to slow down a little bit and try to get a bigger bite. And the bait I like to throw on this is one of these Cabin Creek creatures. It's got the twin tail on the back, it's got 2 curl tail arms in the front. It just kind of looks like a crawfish, and you put about a 3/0 offset worm hook on there, and it really floats up pretty good. It's a nice finesse presentation. And on a Mojo rig, you essentially just peg your weight up the line, and I've got a 1/4 ounce tungsten weight on here with the 2 pegs. You could also do a swivel with a heavier weight if you're trying to get out in a little bit deeper water and throw the more traditional Carolina rig. But it's just a weightless Texas rig on the back, and then you got that weight up front, and you just drag it along the bottom. And in those deeper areas, it's a very efficient way to keep that bait close to the bottom, but maintain that bottom contact where you can feel that harder bottom out there. The second method is the Texas rig. And I like to fish this in the cover. I like to fish it on beds. It's a very efficient way to get around docks and anywhere you don't want to get hung up with crankbaits, moving baits, jigs, things like that. You can really get this in there. This is the NetBait Baby Mad Paco, which is an awesome representation of a small crawfish. It's got that pork fat in there that floats up. And you could also use this on the Carolina rig or the Mojo rig as well. They're all interchangeable here. When I'm fishing less than 5 feet of water, I like a 3/16 up to a 1/4 ounce weight. I'll peg it, and then I like to put a 3/0 offset worm hook in there. That pairs up perfectly. If you're bed fishing, this hook goes right to the end of the bait where they can't really pick it up. By the end, you'll get them, and you can fish that through the heaviest of cover. Doesn't hang up, and it's a really efficient way to fish that shallow cover. Now the third way is the Shaky Head method, and I like to use this on rocky legs, harder bottoms, clearer water. It has a better stand-up presentation, and I've got one of the vial craws on here right now. You could also put one of the other baits on here, but it makes that bait stand up. The tails go up into that defensive crawfish posture, which is always good for triggering strikes from bass. But it's not as good through the cover where a Texas rig would be. So anywhere you can get that head of that Shaky Head to hit on those rocks, hard bottom, it triggers those strikes. So those are 3 main ways you can rig creature baits for the springtime. If you want to see more tips and tricks like this, go ahead and subscribe to the Mystery Tackle Box YouTube channel. And if you want to get baits like those sent to your doorstep, you can sign up at mysterytacklebox.com for as low as $15 a month. And we'll see you on the next video.